the first thing you have to do anytime you exercise is warm up. This is very important with both aerobic and resistance training. So 5 minutes first of either a nice walk around the block, jumping rope, walking in place with your knees up, anything to get your heart rate up to above what it normally is. Now you're not working hard here on a level of 1 to 10, where 10 is your sprinting. You want to warm up around a 3 or a 4, okay? After the 5 minutes of warm up, stop, and we're going to do some gentle flexibility training, okay? So you'll start with a head roll, touch your chin to your chest, and then roll to one side so your ear is in the direction of your shoulder on that side. Don't go back, just come back around the front and go to the other side. So gently rolling, stretching out the back of your neck. Do that 2 or 3 times on each side. And then we're going to start with some arm circles. So stagger your feet like you're about to take a run, and you'll just do right arm back, getting as much a range of motion as you can, 3 or 4 times, and then stop up and go forward. Again for 2 or 3 times, and then of course switch sides. Back for 2 or 3, stop, and front. When that's done, you're going to go in and out with your arms, stretching all the way back and forward. Right arm on top, left arm on top, switching back and forth. Okay, so basically we're working head down, okay? Starting from the head and neck and working down. So now our shoulders are done, we're going to move to the torso. So put your feet together, and you're going to circle your hips, first clockwise, 2 or 3 times, and then counterclockwise, 2 or 3 times. Good. Then we're going to stop. Also working our torso here. You're going to separate your feet about 2 feet apart. Drop your left hand down to your left leg. The right hand goes up. Keep your arms straight and just bend over to the side as your left arm slides down your left leg. And if you want to make this a yoga pose or yoga-like, look up at your hands. Hold this stretch for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then on an inhale, come up. And switch to the other side. Inhale up, exhale down, look up at your hand. Obviously you're stretching out your side and your shoulder up here. And inhale and come back up. Okay, now moving down to your knees, you're going to put your feet together. Circle your knees. Your hands are on your knees, but there's no weight on your knees, okay? So you're just rotating your knees. First counterclockwise, then clockwise. Again, 2 or 3 times each. And now we're going to do the same thing with your ankles. Just keep your toe on the ground. Rotate one direction and then the opposite. Both sides. You'll hear some cracking here. Other side. Okay, now this is my favorite stretch of all. Basically, you're gonna. It's the beginning of a yoga sun salutation. So your feet are together. You're gonna take a big breath in. Your hands go up to the sky, and you watch your hands. This is on an inhale. As you exhale, you do a forward dive, keeping your back straight and look forward as long as you can. And then when you're at the extreme of your hamstrings, which for me is very early, then you exhale and come all the way down. Then inhale up, bending your knees, and come up. Okay, so do that a few times. Oh, and up. It's early. Exhale, all the way down and up. And now for the world's best stretch ever. We're going to do this once on each side. It basically targets every single joint in your body. First, you bring your knee up to your chest, balance and pull your knee in. Then you take a gigantic step forward with that foot and come all the way down so that you can put your elbow on the inside of your foot like this. So your knee is by your shoulder. Feeling a huge stretch on the inner right thigh here. Then, and this is where balance comes to play, you straighten the forward leg, pick up the toe, and now you're stretching out your right hamstring. Come down. Then you lower your toe, pivot your hips so that you're facing forward, bend the back leg, and you're basically dropping your hips straight down towards the ground, and here you're stretching the front of your left hip. Then you take a step forward, and you're going to do the same thing with the opposite leg. Okay, I don't have room.